Let's create!
Hi, I'm Trisha Fuglestad. I'm a K-5 art teacher in Arlington Heights, which is a suburb of Chicago. And one of the ways that we've really energized the art room over the years is by making Fugleflicks. Now these are student-created art-related videos that teach something about art, made by kids for kids. Do you ever ask yourself if your students own the learning? Well, I think the answer would be yes if they had to make their own teaching resources. So stick with us for a few minutes here and learn how we make our Fugleflicks and share them with the world. Perhaps there's a takeaway here for you, no matter what you're teaching. Let's start by asking the question why we should make movies with students. We want students to be innovative, collaborative communicators. We need to infuse opportunities into our curriculum for digital storytelling and work with dynamic media. This will give students a creative and collaborative opportunity to apply their knowledge of curricular content while working on communication and problem-solving skills through the engaging tools readily available. Deep understanding and higher-level thinking come together as students process curricular content to create digital stories. These digital stories can potentially expand students' learning styles as they express themselves through writing, singing, and dancing, while using their 21st century learning skills as they research, edit, and publish their work online. These projects give students a voice, while changing the role of the teacher. It opens up the world as their audience from the security of the classroom and helps them find new ways to express themselves. Digital storytelling can take students to an imaginary place where they can become an imaginary character or an imaginary thing. Students can express their opinions or give some advice or show us what's in their imagination. Putting a movie together takes teamwork, a little bit of risk-taking, some innovative thinking, and patience. But the process is full of problem-solving and working together, which requires higher-level thinking and communication. Coordinating this kind of collaborative work is necessary for our students' future, and the classroom provides a perfect place to practice these skills. Digital storytelling and dynamic media creates opportunities for students to engage fully in the curriculum. They can showcase student learning, celebrate their discoveries, perhaps instruct others with their knowledge, and demonstrate to authentic audiences the value of this kind of learning. Let's take a look at how we organize movie making with a small group of students. My first step is usually to send out a permission slip, and that permission slip is their ticket to the movie making process. Perhaps the first 10 permission slips that are signed by parents and brought back are the 10 participants for the movie during lunch recess. The next step would be to gather the students together, come up with a plan, and storyboard the entire thing. The movie making doesn't start until we have a very detailed plan of what the movie is going to look like or sound like. And when I say sound, that's because we usually structure our movies as music videos. So students would record their own original audio for a song, and they rehearse and rehearse until they feel comfortable singing in front of their peers. Next, the students do all the filming, and then they put all the footage together in iMovie to edit it. It's published on my Vimeo account and then shared out through my website. And if it qualifies for a film festival or a contest, we would definitely enter it so that we can share what we've done in our classroom with people around the world. The ultimate goal of a Fugleflick is to make an informative, entertaining short video, like this one made by third graders to teach how to create the illusion of depth on a 2D picture plane. It's called Deep Space.
I'm in the foreground, up close, way down, nothing covers over me. I'm a bit little, found in the middle, and I may have overlapping. I'm kinda small, but important overall. Up high in the background is where I'm found. When you put us together, we create an illusion. Seems like a big, big place, all on a 2D space. Foreground, middle ground, and background, with overlapping.
Let's take a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the Fugleflick I Am Art. The challenge was for 5th graders to make a movie that shows a variety of forms of art, with the audience being perhaps kindergartners. So this boy took on the challenge of showing what a landscape is. He decided that he would demonstrate a landscape as the face of a sun, and then allow the hills to pop in, a cottage come along, and the field would just flower with daffodils. This girl took on the challenge of showing a sculpture, and she had to use her imagination because the entire segment was filmed in front of green screen. The garden that she was a sculpture in was added later in post-production. Movie making is just a big problem-solving puzzle. We wanted each clip to have a different look, and that meant that we were challenging ourselves to get new effects for every segment. Like this one for creating a still life was easy for us to do the green screen, but hard for us to figure out how to layer the flowers that would show up in her vase. So here's how it all came together.
If I were a sculpture, I'd be carved of stone, standing in a fountain to pass on your way home. If I were a landscape, I'd have rolling hills, a little cottage nearby, the field of daffodils. If I were a portrait, I'd slightly turn aside. My eyes would follow you, so you can never hide. I can play that part, 'cause I am art. If I were a still life, I'd be your favorite vase, filled with fresh blooms to put a smile on your face. If I were a figure drawing in an action pose, I'd be a ballerina balancing on my toes. If I were digital, I'd have graphic designs, a mix of images and words at the same time. I can play that part, 'cause I am art. If I were abstracted, would you recognize me? I'd be a scramble of shapes and lines, a puzzle visually. Art can be so many things, choices
Fine Art into the Shorty Awards in Washington, D.C., and they won first place. The school board had a recognition for the award winners, filmmakers. And we created a live adaptation to this movie to perform on stage to raise money during the district variety show. And the movie continues to have an audience online and a new audience now through our Fugleflicks ebook. Not every video is made as a small group music video. Like this one, this was a full class lyrics video. So every student in second grade made their own lyrics and then took turns coming to the iPivo camera using photo booth and recording their lips speaking one line of an environmental poem. The other children were busy at their tables collaboratively working on the background scenes for each segment of the environmental poem. All these pieces were then layered together in Keynote and made into an animated video. Here's a short segment from what they created.
I am the lyrics, I speak for the trees. A tree is a fine thing that everyone needs. Let them grow, let them grow.
I was able to obtain a larger audience for my students' work by writing an article about the movie-making process for the lyrics movie and having it published in School Arts magazine. I also shared with iPivo about how we used their USB document camera to make this movie, so they went ahead and put it on their site and on their blog. This is probably a good time to mention that we do a lot of fundraising and grant writing for technology in the art room. I've written many grants through our local foundation in our district, asking for funding for our technology-based projects. Many of our Fugleflicks have been entered into online student video contests, which have won prizes that have brought more technology into our room, as well as bringing a larger audience to my students' work. And we also use crowdfunding sites like EdBacker and Donors Choose to give my students more access to technology tools. I'd like to give you a behind-the-scenes look at what kind of collaboration happens when making a movie. That amazing collaboration was called Show of Hands, and it taught visual literacy, and it also won first place in nextvista.org student video contest. And finally, you might decide you want to organize a movie making experience for your whole school. Well, we tried it last year, and here's how it went. First, we started with the lyrics. We had a rough draft audio recording for others to learn and to start getting an idea of where we're heading with our music video. To use our time wisely, we drew out storyboards because we only had a limited amount of time to work with teachers to film. We recorded the audio with our teacher singers. We had teacher choreographers that put together a dance that we could learn ahead of time from a video that we posted on Vimeo. We collected footage of students in their classrooms and some time-lapse video of students in the hallway and outside that we would later edit together in our film. Then we filmed the chorus dance in multiple places in multiple angles so we could have variety. And of course we found a place to showcase the final work at the district variety show. And here's how it turned out.
We teach in D25, where we continue to strive in helping students to thrive, then send them on their way. Our students are above par, but we're still raising the bar, so they're exceeding by far, then send them on their way. Thinking, skills are flowing, seeds of knowledge sowing, higher order thoughts are showing. Our students are growing, a community. We are your teachers, let's join together. For our future leaders, we are committed. Don't mean maybe to adding rigor. We're kind of crazy, it's time to engage and get inspired. Stay connected and fully wired. We tirelessly work. Don't mean maybe and improving learning. We're kind of crazy. A love for learning is first, and by instilling this thirst, students' passions are nursed, then send them on their way. Growing cognitive skills, climbing mastery hills, future hopes fulfilled, then send them on their way. Thinking, skills are flowing, seeds of knowledge sowing, higher order thoughts are showing. Our students are growing, hey community. We are your teachers, let's join together. For our future leaders, we are committed. Don't mean maybe to adding rigor. We're kind of crazy, it's time to engage and get inspired. Stay connected and fully wired. We tirelessly work. Don't mean maybe and improving learning. We're kind of crazy. Oh, we love to teach these kids. We really do, yeah. We really do, yeah. We really do, oh yeah. Oh, we love to teach these kids. We really do, yeah. We really do, yeah. We really do, oh yeah. Hey, community, we are your teachers. Let's join together. For future leaders, we are committed. Don't mean maybe to adding rigor. We're kind of crazy, it's time to engage and get inspired. Stay connected and fully wired. We tirelessly work. Don't mean maybe and improving learning. We're kind of crazy. Oh, we love to teach these kids. We really do, yeah. We really do, yeah. We really do, oh yeah. Oh, we love to teach these kids. We really do, yeah. We really do, yeah. And you should know that, yeah.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this Fugleflick presentation. I hope you have a better idea now of how we put together small group movies and all class movies and even all school movies. If you want to explore our movies, we have an index of them at fugleflicks.wikispaces.com. And when you go there, you'll also see that we have a Fugleflicks ebook and a Fugleflicks scan QR code book. So explore both, and thanks for listening.